This lady on the other side of the room stood up, put her hand on her hip, looked at her and said, "What Adam is you talking about?" I said, the reason why I had Linda to do that is to let us know that you may know what you know about what you know. But that doesn't mean you know all there is to know about what you know. There's always more to learn. And that began my experience there as the chief elder of what is now called the African Village. How did we come to that name? In 2003, I was getting ready to dismiss service. I mean, it was deep because I went through transition with them. The first thing I did after being there for about 4 months is I removed communion. I was able to show them that it's symbolic cannibalism, and I showed them that that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And I showed them the actual history of how communion came into existence. There was a European pharaoh. You follow me? Ptolemy the Fifth, Epiphanes Eucharistos, Eucharist.
That's right. That's where it comes.
Okay, and his coronation ceremony, they ate flesh and drank blood. Okay, and the Roman Catholic Church incorporated that into their mass and call it the mass or communion. So it wasn't that Jesus instituted this on the night he was betrayed, he took bread and break it. No, this came from Ptolemy the Fifth, Epiphanes Eucharistos coronation ceremony. Am I making sense? When I showed them that, see, when you present the evidence, everybody say this: some evidence is just undeniable. And once you see it, I mean, what are you going to do with it? And so I was able to eliminate taking communion. And of course, there were a few there who still had this programming in their head. They just had to drink that little juice and eat that cracker. So I said, on first Sunday, y'all go down the street to the other church and take communion if y'all have to. But we removed that. We removed the American flag. We removed the Christian flag. Make a long story short, I was about to dismiss one Sunday in 2003, and a young lady raised her hand, and she said, "Dr. Hagins, didn't you teach us that Ephesus was a city in Turkey, a European city?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, we're not Europeans." This big smile came across my face, because y'all don't know what I went through getting these people to that point, you see? Big smile came across my face. I said, "Well, sister, what do you suggest we do?" She said, "I think we should change the name of our fellowship, our church, to something that reflects who we are." I turned that Sunday morning service into a business meeting and took a vote, and we came up with the name, the African Village. And we've been called that ever since.